Altuve, right field, back there. Betts at the track. He leaps, and it is out. It's off a fan. No, they're saying off of Betts. It is in play. They may be calling it interference. I'm trying to get a read on the right field umpire here. Joe West made a couple of calls.
One, it was an amazing leap by Mookie Betts. We're going to see whether it hit in his glove or it hit a fan's hand. That will be the big issue. Mookie with the jump, he had it measured. It looked like he was going to catch it, and he gets stopped from catching it from the hand of the fan. The fan closed his glove, closed Mookie Betts' glove prematurely because it pushed up against the leather.
Payoff pitch. Jackson shoots from down the line. Cole racing toward foul territory. Not going to get there. It's a foul ball.
I don't know. I was just hoping he was okay. He didn't see him come out of that corner for a while.
I was thinking the same thing.
Associate wants to know if there was any interference at all.
Oh,
Fan reaching over. That's the question mark.
That's a good question. Yeah,
especially reaching out over into play.
That's beyond our view. It's a blind spot for us.
And you wonder if Cole can get to that spot right there as he's reaching over. He's not that far away.
A lot of hard baseballs today without a whole lot to show for it. 2-2. Lifted to right. That one headed down the line, headed toward the stands, and a nice catch made by a fan. Foul territory. Now, Longoria had stopped, and here comes Cash out, and he reached out and made the play, and I think Cash is going to argue that maybe it was going to fall in.
Exactly, and it's so close down that line. You can see the line just about right at the wall, and watch the fan reach over right there and make the catch. Now, the question is, would the ball have hit the wall? Would it have landed fair, foul, on the chalk? We'll never know.
Again in the air, down the left field line. Alou reaching into the stands and couldn't get it, and he's livid with a fan.
That's awfully close to fan interference right there. The umpire's all over it. The umpire right down there, Mike Everett's on the play. If Alou has to reach into the stands, it's fair game for the fans to catch the ball. If the fan reaches out over the field, then it can be ruled fan interference. That is very, very close.
Last time up, he stranded 2. The Yankees have left 10 men on base, including the bases loaded in the 7th, and 2 runners in both the 5th and the 6th. In right field, Tarasco going back to the track, to the wall. And what happens here? He contends that a fan reaches up and touches it, but Richie Garcia says no, it's a home run. Here comes Davey Johnson out to argue as Jeter comes across to tie the game. Well, in postseason, you have an umpire down each line. And he was there. And Garcia was right there. The pitcher, Benitez, comes all the way out from the mound to argue.
But I don't know how he can tell from the mound.
I don't either, and I'll tell you one thing. That's great hustle. Great hustle by Richie Garcia.
Right.
The contention by Tarasco is that the ball is descending and the fan touches it. He's right. He's right.
Absolutely.
The rest of the group, you know, everybody's just been pitching so well, and it's you never want him to be that guy that turns in a bad performance and didn't give your team a chance to win that day. So I'll let you guys cover whatever's going on. I can't see.
Yeah, here's a situation where Loney was over sliding toward the low wall there to make the catch, and a fan reaches out into the playing field. and makes the catch and robs Loney of the opportunity to catch it. He's there ready to make the play. And John Payne, the first base umpire, says the hitter's out.
Yeah, and right now you can understand John Gibbons coming out there to try to argue, to talk about it, but clearly he reached over in the field of play and made that catch. Now listen, it's a nice baseball. He's got to have it. Probably going to lose that seat though.
That ball is hit really well to left field. And Dahl makes the catch. Or no? Oh, it's gone. That kid, did he reach over the wall?
What was the name of the kid for the Yankees back in the day? Jeffrey Mayer? Oh, he's way over the fence. Come on.
And I also think if you watch where David is, he's going to make that catch.
He is going to catch that baseball.
That's not going out.
Yeah, I hope he gets kicked out for gloating. Not supposed to show gloat.
Out.
Yeah!
Kemp, line drive, fair ball down the right field line. Marwin scores easily. Fisher being sent home, and they interfered with the ball down the right field line. That'll be a ground rule double. Fan interference. A shame a fan touched that, because with Fisher's speed, he might have scored. It's a 2-1 game on the RBI double by Tony Kemp.
Pop this one up on the third base side. Escobar drifting into foul territory. And
that's got to be, I mean, it's reaching, the fan was reaching out over to play.
They're saying nothing. They're saying it's a foul ball.
Yeah, Mike Scioscia's going to run out there and deservedly so.
But you know what?
Reached out over into play.
Gooby, I mean, that's somewhat of a nonchalant play by Escobar. Just get over there and make the play, but he is over the railing, is he not?
There's no doubt he's over the railing in that one. And interfered with him. Scioscia maybe asking Terry Lane for some help. There's no doubt reaching out over play.
But again, you take that out of the equation. Is at the third baseman, you get to the wall, you get underneath the baseball, you reach up for it, and you make the grab.
Yeah, get there earlier. You take that out of the equation, you can almost box off the fan from reaching out over the play. But not surprising, not making the call. And he is calling him out. And I think that's the right call. I think it's a good decision for the umpires to get together.
No argument from Joe Madden.
Speaking of warm-up pitches, you can have as many as you want after a delay.
Yeah.
It's only where you're limited between innings.
To the right side, Adrian Gonzalez leans in and over and can't hang on.
Wait a minute, they got to call that, right? I mean, Adrian's talking to him. He would have caught that ball if the fan wouldn't have interfered. Oh, that would have been caught.
But the fans reaching over from the stands into fair territory.
Yeah. And Mattingly wants to have a look-see and talk with Jerry Meals. Mister, there are bigger things in life than a foul ball.
With the baby.
That's unbelievable.
See if he comes into the field of play. His hand's over the field of play right there.
Oh, clearly.
Oh, for sure. Well, that's an out.
Well,
no, that's an out.
And Jerry Mills is saying no because of the tarp right there, but that should have been an out.
They can review that.
Oh, yeah.
Took it out of his glove.
Yes, he did.
Says Miguel Sano. He goes after the first pitch. This is trouble down the right side. If it's fair, it is a fair ball. Bautista gets it as he has to deal with the fan. Bautista had a chance to make a throw on Sano, and that's why he's disappointed. That fan reached over to get the souvenir, and Bautista was thinking about wheeling and throwing to second.
And he had a shot to get the guy.
Well, that was a costly souvenir for that fan. It cost him his seat as he interfered with ball on the field of play.
Miggy drives one to left field. Schwarber is on the run. He turns. It's gone! Back-to-back home runs for the Tigers. What a start to this series. It sounds like a home game here.
just shows the importance of Miguel Cabrera in the lineup, what he can do. Just energizing this crowd, which almost seems like a hometown crowd, like you mentioned.
That could be it.
And if that's the case, there's a very good likelihood that this could be overturned.
Yeah, that young fan brought his glove to the ballpark, made a nice catch, but you can see that ball was caught below the yellow line, and Joe Madden immediately went out to challenge it. And here we go. I'm thinking to call interference and send Cabrera back to second. So Miggy does not get a home run. Joe Madden wins the challenge. It'll be a 2-base hit and not a homer.